Welcome back. We're going into the third hour here of the second week of Roleplay Court of Swords. Adam, I believe you have some rolls to make.
Yeah, that's right. It is my turn. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, I'm afraid. The floor above you, you hear the sounds of boots, like clomping on the wooden planks, and two more of these guys coming from downstairs.
Two more. Okay.
Two more. Yep. So this guy, I guess I'm gonna just hold these in reserve for right now. They're not actually on the roof, but I'm gonna take their actions one at a time. So this guy's dead. The guy fighting Baron, I'll make his attack roll. He has a melee weapon, so he's gonna try and use it on you. Let's find him and his attack rolls here. All right. So with his scimitar, Baron, he takes a swing, and he gets a 11, which is not enough to pierce your mighty dwarven armor. So he snarls, and he says to you, I think he sees you, like you hit him with a hammer, and he looks at it, and he snarls and like thrusts the scimitar at you, and the tip of his blade scratches against the front of your armor, and the two of you are just kind of like hammering away at each other. The guy behind the boxes, he's going to fire his crossbow at Zafira. So he does that, and he gets an 8, so he misses you, Zafira. Crossbow quarrel flies past you, and then two more of them come down from the stairs above, and they take up positions around Baron, and they're gonna just try to take Baron apart. Yeah. So Baron, you have two more of them attacking you with their scimitars. One gets 7, and the other gets a 6. So yeah, no hits this
just
round.
like
Thank God.
Yeah, you're fighting off 3 men, trained soldiers. You've your shield and your hammer, and they're just like bashing away at you, and you're holding the line against all 3 of them. So I believe it is Zafira's turn. Zafira, what do you want to do?
I want to make a perception roll as a free action just to see if I can understand who these people are on any level. We'll see what I roll, and then I guess I'll ask you questions. So here is
perfect.
the perception roll.
Okay.
Fuck, a 9? Anything?
9. Only that they're fighting like trained soldiers. Nothing more than that.
Okay. Yeah, then on my move, I will rush to... Can I, like, basically wedge myself here?
Yeah, you can stand there.
Yeah. And then I'll strike that one right in front of me with my scimitar.
I'm just moving you so I can see. Let me see. There's that wall there. Yeah, actually, you can't occupy this square, but you can stand where I put you and still attack that guy.
Okay, great. Yeah. Here's the scimitar attack.
Okay.
21.
Nice. Yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damage is 6.
Okay. Yeah, he yelps in pain as you cut open his arm and a splash of blood on the floor.
Great.
Okay, so you moved and attacked. Velimir, what would you like to do?
What's it like on this? Like, are there any openings on the windows other than just this one right here? Is it possible to like sneak around here? Or?
You could jump from one section to the other, from this edge of the roof to the other, and see if maybe there's some like windows around on the other side, like down here.
Down there.
But right now, the only entrances are the door here, and then the 2 windows on your side.
Probably not worth.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, my thing is like, there's really no place for me to attack other than just, I guess, right where I'm at, or like moving right here and then shooting a crossbow bolt. That's kind of my option right now, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess Vamir moves up here and decides to shoot off another crossbow bolt.
Okay. So from where you're standing, yeah, you can see any of these 3.
Yeah.
Who do you want to shoot at?
He's been hit. This guy, right?
Yeah, the guy that is closest to Zafira.
And everyone else is unfazed.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll just loose at this guy.
Okay.
Okay, let me roll some damage, or not damage.
I mean, maybe. Good luck.
Let's see what we do here.
Yeah, 14's enough to hit. Definitely.
All right, and let's roll some fucking damage.
Come on.
There you go. All right, so 5 on the same target.
Mhm.
And then you get another d6 because he's fighting 2 of your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. You know how to sneak attack now. You're doing the thing.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no problem. You ice that dude.
Ice this fool.
So he's too busy. He's too busy trying to fight both Baron and Zafira at the same time. And then he goes down. Suddenly he's got a crossbow bolt sticking out of him. Cool. Okay. So Baron, it is your turn.
Okay. I will attack the one that is to the right of, like the bottom left. I will.
This guy.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and swing my warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
20.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
Are the kids watching? Are these fucking kids watching?
No, they're outside. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's a crunch as you you break some bones with your hammer, and and the Dark Servant is not pleased with that effect. So he's going to try and attack you now. He's gonna counter attack, and let's see if he can hit you. So first, the guy that you hit, swing with a scimitar. Nope, for a 5. His friend, same thing, swing with a scimitar. 16, almost. Still nothing. Yeah, so you're just basically blocking the way, and they're trying to hit you, and just nothing.
And the whole time I have a very calm expression on my face because I'm not frantic. I'm just in my zone.
Okay, perfect. And the guy behind the boxes, he fires his crossbow at Zafira, and he misses. So another round of nothing for these poor bastards. All right, Zafira, it's your turn.
Can I occupy the same space as this dead guy?
Yeah, you can stand on the.
Okay, that's what I'll do. Which one did Baron strike? I will attack that one.
Okay, yeah, Baron, hit the one in front of you.
Yep, I will attack that one with the scimitar.
Okay.
10.
No, you don't hit him.
Fuck.
Yeah. So you come running up and swing your scimitar in, and he brings his sword up, and your two swords clash together. And I think that you recognize the scimitars, like they're all equipped the same way. They're all using the same scimitars. It's well oiled. It's been taken care of, and is not like notched or damaged at all. It's a fine military sword.
Okay. Can I make a free action to shout whatever? Like Marines have Semper Fi, whatever our saying is within the army, to just shout that to see if these people respond?
Yeah, sure. There can be like something like that. Yeah, so you shout a battle cry of the army of the Court of Swords, and they there's a reaction for sure. Like you see something in their face, or they like snarl, and they recognize it, but they don't.
Okay.
They don't like respond in kind, but they definitely picked up on what you said.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, Vamir, your turn.
Oh, already? All right. I'll take a shot at. I don't. These guys are still both. They haven't taken any damage, right? Or
Nope. The one in front of Zafira has been hit with the hammer.
in front of Zafira, right here.
Yep.
Yeah, that one.
I have shot on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll take a shot at them.
Okay.
Crossbow. Let's try it again.
And this is what your fourth shot.
Yeah. How many bolts do I have, by the way?
20.
20.
20.
So you got 16 left. Okay.
And let's do it.
13.
Yeah, you hit.
Sick. Do that.
Mhm.
We'll roll 1d6. Fuck yeah.
Nice. And just as before, another crossbow hit, another dead.
Call me the janitor. Clean that shit up.
All right, Baron, your turn. So these robed soldiers are just dropping one at a time.
Okay, I look the one right in front of me in the eye and I say, Temperance is on my side. Who's on yours? And then I swing my hammer.
Nice.
Get a
Yeah,
19.
strike him.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right. How much damage?
Thank God you
7.
hit, because if you didn't, you'd be a fucking moron.
I know.
Just rule number 1 is you always say stuff after you hit.
You roll.
That was a gamble.
Yeah, that was a big gamble right there.
No, I knew the whole time.
Exactly. Yeah. So you bring your weapon down. He brings the scimitar up to block, and you just like push past his block, smash your warhammer into his chest, knock the wind out of him, and he staggers, but he's not dead yet. So the guy in front of you, the guy you just hit, he's gonna try and hit you back first. So he's gonna take a scimitar swing.
Did he say who's on his side?
No, they're very disciplined. He didn't say anything.
Ooh.
He hits you.
Oh, you hit.
So you take 4 slashing damage.
This is on Baron.
Yeah, Baron takes 4 damage, and he so you push him down, like hit him, and his scimitar is sort of pinned against his chest. You hit him with the hammer. He turns the blow aside and then slashes back and slashes out and hits you with the scimitar. His friend, however, is going to give up his cover, and he is going to turn tail and pull a Velmir and run. So he runs.
God damn it! No, we're not calling it pull a Velimir.
He runs off into the other room, and you hear him grunting as he runs, and then you don't see this, but we can see down at the bottom here. He jumps out the window, and he ends up outside. He's gonna run for it.
Do I see him at all?
Let me see. Can you?
I'm just saying, like, yeah, I think I.
He would. Max would have a better hearing, perhaps a perception roll to see if he could hear it than us, because we're in the middle of combat.
I think he gets far enough that yes, you can see him in your peripheral vision, because if you look, you can just barely make out.
Yeah, there's just a line of sight there.
Yeah, so you see him. I think you just see him barely like jump out the window and run for it.
Do I have no attack?
It's Zafira's turn.
Okay. Is there? I forget the rules of D&D, but if I wanted to do non-lethal damage, can I just say that I'm doing non-lethal damage?
Yeah, you can. Okay. I think that the deal is you can always just I think it's called like submission damage.
Okay.
Or subdual damage.
If I move, but I still stay in, like I basically pass behind him, is that okay without attack of opportunity on myself?
No, because he threatens. There's no way to get past him without getting. As long as you stay in his range, so don't get any further than that, you're okay.
I want to stay right here.
Oh yeah, then that's fine, because you didn't leave it completely.
I'm basically getting behind him, so that if he tries to run, he passes by me.
Yeah, I mean he's turning and fighting both of you on either side.
Okay, yeah. So this is non-lethal damage. Attack with a scimitar. Roll to 25. The damage is 10.
Yep.
You trying to knock this figure
Okay,
out?
and you wanna knock him out instead?
Yeah,
of
I basically just like hit him in the back with the butt of the sword, but it's
Smart.
Baron probably sees like a strike that looks like it would basically just like knock someone's brain in with the force of wind behind the strike.
Okay. All right. So you knock him unconscious. His eyes roll back in his head and he just slumps to the floor, hits his head on one of the crates, and then rolls to the ground.
Great. I shout. I say, "There was one more. Does anyone have eyes?"
I saw him dash into the room behind you.
Okay. Are we free action now, or is that
Well,
my turn?
No.
React to him then,
Okay.
right
I want to
now?
give everybody a chance to go, but you still have movement, right? Like you moved.
I moved.
You moved 10 feet, so you've still got another
Okay. Well, then I'll go to this doorway.
20 feet.
I'll go this doorway and see what's in this room.
Okay. So let me reveal it to you. This is like a small bedroom.
Okay, and I see the window broken.
You see the open window. There's no glass. Like this village has no glass in
Yeah.
any of its windows. But you can see out the window. You can see the guy running.
Yeah, I shout and say, "He's jumped out the window. Velimir, perhaps give chase." And that's up to you
Velimir?
if you want to.
Yeah, it's your turn, Velimir. What would you like to do?
This is totally up to you. I don't know if you want to or not.
So can I move and shoot at the same time? I realize I'm on this.
Yeah.
So I could potentially use 30 feet range, right?
Now, if you want to jump from where you are to the other side, you'll have to make an athletics check. But otherwise, if you succeed at a DC 10 athletics check, you can just jump over the wagon and keep running across the roof. And then when you finish your move, you can make a shot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. If you fail your athletics check, you will try to jump, and
you'll see me and they laugh at me.
you'll end up down there on the wagon, and then you'll have to use your other move to climb up.
Come on.
Good luck.
Actually, okay. So with inspiration, how does that work? Can I apply that to anything, or can I apply? Is it only?
If you have inspiration currently charged, you can discharge it and roll, and you'll get to pick the better of the 2 dice.
Okay. I'm not going to use it for the athletics thing. I'll save it for if I'm doing damage.
Okay. DC 10.
That means you have to roll higher than 10.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Athletics.
15. No, 21.
Yeah, so he didn't use advantage. So it was only 15.
Okay.
But it's,
15.
It's fine. So yeah, you can treat that as if you're just moving over regular space. You just jump from one to the other.
I like doing that on rogues. It's fun.
It's a pretty big jump too. It's like a 12-foot jump.
So this is range 30 feet here.
Yep. Yeah. So go ahead and put yourself there.
All right.
Oh, that puts you in range for a hit, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Was that right here? I can't remember. It was like I was right here. So.
Yeah, you got it. And then you get a shot on him.
I'm using inspiration on this shit.
Okay, good call, because he does have a bit of cover from the edge of the building, so I'm gonna give him +2 to his AC.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll.
Inspiration. So how does that work? Do I just click the inspiration?
Just click inspiration off, and then make your regular attack roll, and you take the better of the 2.
Sure. Okay. Throwing another bolt at him. Let's do it.
Oh,
you crit him!
The fucking crit.
Oh yeah.
Roll the
Well,
beautiful
yeah.
fucking bean footage.
Yeah. All right. So you got
24.
your 24. Go ahead and roll your damage. It'll automatically add the crit for
Oh, the 12 damage. Is that max? No, it's not max damage. It's max.
It's not.
you. It's too shy of max, or 4 shy of max. But the point is here, like, you got max on your crit. You rolled 2 6s, and he takes 12 damage and just dies, just face down in the mud. Yeah, so this dude, he's basically running at full tilt, jumps out the window, lands, picks himself up, and then you get a clear shot on him. What does it look like? Do you just like shoot him in the back?
As I'm going, like I'm jumping over. I like to say mid-air, I'm looking at the kid, like down there. Just like a quick little wink at him. I jump, I land, I just sling it, just very poised and calm.
Yeah.
And right before I shoot, you see my hair fire up a little bit.
And I think while you're waiting, Twee's like, shoot, take the shot. Like, he's getting away, like he's starting to run, and she's just like, do it. And then you're just like poised, and you fire. And yeah, the squirrel leaps from the crossbow with a twang, thuds deep in the guy's back, and he just hits the ground. And he doesn't just fall down because he's running, right? So all his momentum transfers on the ground. He like hits the ground and bounces, and then just kind of slides face down. And lies dead in the mud. Good work. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So you, there's sudden quiet. The battle is over. And what's everybody want to do?
I would assume I get to the window and like see the guy fall down and maybe see Velimir. So I'd say, Velimir, you're needed inside.
I think we should drag the body inside in case someone sees it.
When I get back to you, you look at me and say that.
Velimir, before he goes and motions inside, he tells the kids like to come inside.
Okay. When Baron says that to me, most wise decision. And then I'll walk back over to the window. And how far of a drop is it for me to just jump out?
I think 10 feet.
Okay.
You could do it without a roll. You can just jump out the window.
I jump out the window. Grab the body and roll it over to or drag it over to the edge of the river. Is there a rock or anything at the edge of the river that I can just toss in to see if it sinks all the way?
Yeah.
Does the rock sink?
Yeah. I mean, you throw it on and it like goes through the surface quite quickly, but then it like kind of like slurps back over the broken hole in the river.
Okay. Are these guys true to life in terms of wearing the robes here?
Yeah, so they're dressed. They have again standard issue like leather armor, like kind of an infantry armor. They have scimitars and crossbows. They have a crossbow like a coral pack on their belt, and they each have a pouch of something like a personal effects pouch on their belts. And then over top of that, they've pulled these like gray, like dishwater colored robes.
Okay.
They kind of match the water of the river, actually.
Okay. I'll loot the body, specifically looking for not only any coin he has on him, but also Anything that would, like a note or a reason for him to be here that I can tell.
Okay. All right. So let's see. You find on the first body, you find he's got a belt pouch and it has nine silver pieces in it.
Okay.
No insignia, nothing like that. But you do notice that this is the guy that fell as he was running out the window. He does have like a tattoo. It's long sun faded now. It was, like there's no tattoo machines in this world, so all the tattoos are done like stick and poke style by hand with ink. So it was probably black at one point, but it's long since faded to like blue and messy. It's on one arm, and it has an insignia of like. It looks like a cat, like a tiger or a panther or something fighting a snake. It's hard to tell because it's all faded, and there's some words. If you make a perception roll, you might be able to make out more of what.
19.
Nice. Okay. It's one of the legionary symbols. It's not part of their official heraldry or anything, but it's a symbol of one of the infantry legions. I think it's
within the army.
Yeah. It's the 23rd Legion, and they are a part of the part of the Court of Swords standing army.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I definitely make note of that, and then I want to grab a rock and just smash his face in so no one can tell who he is if the body's ever found. And then,
wow.
I mean, I'm in the army. We've done these things before. And then I put
do this, by the way.
Do what?
I need to watch.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, the kids are on the side of the
room. I motion them inside.
And then I take a bunch of rocks and fill his the hood with them. And then tie it into a knot and then just throw the body into the river.
Okay.
Then I'll make my way back up.
While he's doing that, I tell Velimir to restrain the person who's unconscious while I'm searching through the pockets of all of the other couple bodies in the room looking for similar clues. And
I tell him, like, be sure to look for bolts and anything of use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
you said 27th, right?
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah, the 23rd Legion.
Okay.
So this guy's all sleep.
Yeah. So there's an unconscious guy, and there are several dead guys. Baron, you're like going through all their pockets and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So the three between the three dead guys, you pull together. Let's see, 5 gold and 11 silver.
Okay.
But on the unconscious guy, you find in his pouch just a single large coin, and it has this kind of like it's like a metallic. It looks somewhere between like gold and silver. It's got a bluish tint to it. It's a platinum coin. It's worth 10 gold, and it is minted. It was minted in the Court of Coins. It's like a really nice coin, albeit like pretty old. It was minted several years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would think before the group set out, it was determined that one person was the quartermaster. Who wants to be the quartermaster and take all this gold in?
Not. I will suck.
I will be, since I would, as the priest, probably be the most trustworthy.
Okay, yeah. I'm fine with that. Just basically mark it down on your character sheet. I already marked the 9 silver on mine, so we'll just have you take the major lot of the gold.
Okay.
And you said this is from the Court of Coins? That's platinum?
Yeah. The Court of Coins, like, they do a lot of minting. Like, even the Court of Swords, like, kind of outsources their minting to coins because they have the machinery and equipment for these things.
Okay.
This one is actually currency of the Court of Coins.
Okay. I take one of the robes off the other guy, one of the other guys, and tie this guy's hands and feet together, and maybe like all at one point, so he's in a very not comfortable position, kind of like arced with back. And then I look at Velimir and say, we may need use for fire in just a moment. And I basically like I flip my scimitar backwards so the edge is pointing down, and I take it from like the top of his thigh down to the right above the kneecap and just put like a large mark on there to wake him up.
Yeah. He comes to and shouts in pain, and then tries to move and realizes he's been restrained.
Yeah, I slam the scimitar down and say, "We have a couple of questions, and if you answer them, you will not be harmed any further. If you do, or if you fail to answer them, my friend here will simply seal this wound, and I will create another until you give us what we want." Do you understand?
He looks at you and kind of like squints. And what was your rank in the army?
Officer.
Yeah, so not any particular, like, were you a captain or a corporal?
Whatever the highest tier is before becoming like a general.
Okay, yeah, so probably, I would say probably a captain.
Yeah, I forgot what it was on the list. I can tell you real quick.
Okay,
As
sure.
as he says that too, Velimir is just like right there, and again, fiery eyes. Just add a little intimidation.
It is. So I turn to it. Military rank. It doesn't have the fucking ranks in here. God damn it. It just says officer is my specialty.
Yeah, so you were an officer, so it wasn't like you were. So it's up to you on how high you want to be.
I would never
if you
want to
wanted
be like general rank, but definitely like advisor.
Okay, so like a
generals.
colonel.
Sure.
Like that. Okay, so the name of that rank is Jatawa, and that's what he calls you. And now this is not something like you're not carrying. I assume you're like you don't have your stars on or whatever.
Right.
Unless
Well,
you are.
I have my insignia on me, which is the.
Is it your rank insignia or
It's
just
the
your, like,
officer insignia. Yeah, it's the upside
yeah,
down.
so he calls you out specifically, and he looks at you and he says, "I understand, Jitawa. I'm your prisoner. You want information? Fine. Ask your questions."
First off, why are you here?
He says,
Who are you protecting?
he shakes his head. He says, "Reconnaissance. We're collecting materials."
Materials such as.
Kind of grins. He's like, "You know."
Do I know what that means?
I mean, they're collecting bodies, right?
Yeah,
Loading
they're
them up
collecting
on-
Okay.
Like,
I say, did the Court of Coins put you up to this?
He laughs. He's like, "Those bankers? Of course not.
You
We
have
serve
a
the Court of
platinum.
Swords, as you do."
You have a platinum piece. It is not well
said
advised
they
to
serve-
lie to me.
He's like,
swords.
it's like, "I'm not. I'm being paid, just the same as I'm sure you are, magistrate."
Are there any more of your men here?
He nods,
How many?
looks around at all the bodies, and he says, "In the village, we station a dozen.
Including these men?
Well, not anymore."
Okay, so I turn and what did we just do? 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I turn to Baron and Velimir and say 5 down, 7 to go. I turn back. Say, is there anything you want me to tell anyone?
Did you say that to him?
Yeah.
He kind of like cocks an eyebrow at you. "I don't understand."
I just cut his head off.
Wait. Before you do that,
I go to get my scimitar. I guess.
wait. Where are you taking the bodies?
He looks at you. He looks at you, Baron, and he nods and looks at the commander, the colonel, right, the Jataya, and he's like, "She's just going to kill me if I tell you."
Well, you're gonna die here anyways if you don't tell us.
"She swore. Does the oath mean nothing to you, priests? Tell her. She can't kill me now. She promised. In the eyes of the gods, they heard you."
Who are you talking about?
He looks at Zafira and he's like, "She said she would not harm me."
Yeah, I've got like my scimitar in hand, waiting for Baron to finish.
We will not harm you as long as you'll hold up your end of the bargain and tell us what we need to know.
"I have.
We need to know where you're taking the bodies.
Upriver."
Where specifically?
He says, "There's a temple in the marsh."
How far from here?
A day by boat, 3 by foot. If you go through the jungle.
Is there any way for us to see this from the river if we follow the river up north?
He nods. If you go upriver, you'll see it, but we'll see you. We have many scouts in the jungle. They'll see your boat coming.
What is the total size of your force in this temple?
He kind of grins and he says, "That depends."
Depends on what?
Yeah, I put the scimitar on his skin and say, answer the question.
He says, "Do you mean the living or the dead or both?"
The living.
He says, "A dozen, maybe less now. Some of the men are sick."
Sorry.
Vamir, please.
I'm so angry. For the MP3 listeners, I hit my mic with my drink.
Yeah.
Zafira, I think we've gotten all we're going to get out of him.
I look at Baron and
wait.
say, I look at Baron and say, may the gods close their eyes for what's about to occur. And then
A necromancer deserves no mercy. Finish him.
I pull back my sword. You have 1 second to say something, Vamir.
No. You mentioned the Court of Swords. How are you working with the Court of Swords?
He looks across at you, and he says, "I'm in the army, fool."
You are a disgrace.
He shakes his head and looks up at you, Zafira, and he's like, "Just do it."
And then I step in as he says, "Just do it," and I light a fire underneath him.
I turn and say, Vamir, we must leave the building now instead of investigating.
No. I mean, he's not covered in gasoline. I'm just causing him pain because of his his words.
Gotcha.
He hurt your feelings, so you're gonna hurt his body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I end his pain and just cut his head off.
Okay, yeah.
Not like I'm shooting. Anytime I use fire, I'm not like firing off napalm everywhere.
Yeah.
I have control over it.
I gotcha.
Okay, yeah. So you you cut off the soldier's head.
I turn to oh god, what was it? Tiv?
Twee.
I turn to Twee and say, some things. A child grows up quickly, it seems these days. I'm sorry you had to see that.
She looks at you and she says, "It's no different than butchering pigs."
It
Girl is
is.
strong. She is fine.
I say it is, and you should remember that. And we start to like clean up the room in terms of just seeing if there's anything else. And if not, then I go upstairs just to make sure there's nothing else upstairs.
Okay. So yeah, you climb up the ladder, and upstairs it looks like it looks like they were using this room to sleep in. It's the least trashed of any of the buildings you've been in so far. There are a couple of actual proper beds that they've got set up, and in proper military fashion, the beds are made like there's all this. Their shit is squared away,
Like
and
a
like
military.
the little foot lockers they have are closed. The beds are made properly. The place is kept clear and clean.
Okay.
When we looted, did we get any bolts at all, or was there nothing?
Yeah. Let me roll. I'll roll one for each. Each.
I fired off how many? Was it like 5? 6?
You fired 5. Yep.
Yeah. 5 of 20, so we got 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of them. Let's see. For all the guys together, you can get another 10 bolts.
Okay, so we're back to 20, or 25. Is there a way to? Where do I mark that off? Just like
If you click the cogwheel, I think, right?
the crossbow.
Yeah. Can't you mark the number of things? No.
In your inventory, if you have an item, I'll add one for you. So bolts, and you have, what do you say, 25 right now?
25.
Okay, there you go. So now in your inventory, you have a selection of bolts there. You see them at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you use them, just unlock the list and you can just change them. So 25, you can make 24. You just type right into there.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so you got 25 boots,
Mhm.
and you're good to go.
Before we leave, I drag all the bodies to the window that I jumped out of, throw them out, smash the face in, fill their hoods with rocks, and throw them in the river as well.
And we should make one last just pass to make sure there's no more loot or stuff hidden away in the corners before we leave.
I guess, yeah.
Any supplies or anything.
Should we roll like?
Yeah, I think we
perception? 'Cause
definitely
I don't think we've actually like tried to.
whatever
good-
room is like what we think is the mayor's room. We do like a deep inspection to see if there's any sense of, another magistrate coming through. If there's like a schedule of who the mayor. This is a simple village, so I don't imagine they're going to keep a schedule of who's been meeting with who, but
Yeah.
we look for it regardless.
Sure. Yeah. So there's the only evidence I think that the mayor really like was ever here. There's marks on the floor, scuff marks, where it looks like. Well, let's go ahead and just roll perception. Everybody make a perception check.
Sure.
15.
Okay.
17.
Nice.
And
Okay.
And
All right.
13.
14.
So here's what I'll just address you all as a group, but here's what you can sort of pick up about the mayor's kind of like room. So there are these scuff marks on the floor. There was more furniture in here than before. It's been dragged out. You can see where the like legs of a chair or something have like dragged on the floor. And it's been removed. They've cleared this room and then moved some like beds in here. There's a blood stain on the floor, like a pretty wide like blood stain, but it's been like scrubbed. There's marks of it being like scrubbed on the floor. It mostly just kind of spread it around and it sunk into the light kind of wood of the boards, but they made an effort to clean it up for some reason. It doesn't look like there's nothing hidden under the floor. There's no secrets here. But if the mayor had like a desk or any records or anything, it's long gone along with most of his furniture.
Mm-hmm. So mainly they just converted this into like a staging area.
Yeah, maybe.
If I pop my head out one of these windows, do I see a boat coming down river?
No, but you can see the boat stopped at the dock and there's some movement happening down there.
Okay. I say to the rest of the group, a boat is here. That means one will be passing by soon. We still have 7 other men to deal with if we are going to try and... I say save. There's no saving of this town, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Taking stock of our injuries and stuff. How much did I don't know. I'm just looking for heals here. Vamir kind of.
You could take a short rest. We got to wait for the boat anyway.
We could take. I mean, yeah.
Could go up to the bedrooms and take a short rest there.
Yeah.
How long is a short rest?
It's an hour.
Hour. I don't mind staying watch. I don't need to heal, so I can stay watch the entire time.
Yeah, I need to heal, and so does Vamir.
Yeah, Vamir advises taking a short rest after the battle.
Okay, so the two of you sock it away in the former mayor's room and rest it out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you take a short rest. An hour passes. You can roll. You can roll your 1 hit die if you want to.
Cool.
Okay. Cool, Baron. So you get your
What do I roll
sure
for that?
back up to max. You can actually just click where it says hit dice
I'm like, okay.
on your character sheet. Yeah.
Yep. If you just hit the text, hit dice, it'll roll.
No.
Kind of middle of the
Stupid.
sheet.
You guys got to tell me where to on the
Yeah,
sheet.
it's okay. Middle of the sheet. You know where your current hit points are? That big box.
Yeah.
2 boxes down from that on the left, there's total and then hit dice.
I
with
see. Got it.
Yeah, just change that one to a 0, and then there you go.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right. So you get recover that many hit points.
I think that puts you at max, right? Max.
Yeah, that definitely puts me at max.
That puts me at max.
I said it and I was like, well, that sounds
Great.
dumb.
Great. My name. Funny.
All right. So Vamir, you're back to normal. Baron, if you want to grab another light crossbow, you can because they had them.
I'll grab
So
one.
go ahead and add one. Yeah, add one on your sheet. Twee takes both a scimitar and a crossbow, and she's set up now.
Okay.
With
Maybe like as I'm watching, I'm just like, do you know how to use that?
she looks up at you and she's like, "It's a big knife. I'll figure it out.
Well, don't cut yourself.
I don't intend to."
And then I just basically watch for the hour. I pull up a chair and just sit in like one of these windows and watch. And have
Okay.
Twee watch right here looking outside.
Sure. Yeah, she does so. So when you rest, you take your long rest, you get your experience. So everybody gets 42 experience.
Nice.
Cool.
So we're at 82 max, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
You too.
Okay. So you get your XP from the fight,
Did I
and
get extra experience before for running away?
cool. Okay. So yeah, an hour goes by. You don't actually like sleep or anything. You just kind of like hang out and rest and like, clear your mind. And then when you're ready to go again after that hour passes, so the whole hour the boat just stays like the activity down on the docks continues to happen. It looks like they're loading something onto the boat, like bundles of something, but it's hard to see from here.
Okay. Can I get a count of how many figures I see? I don't know if I could do unique figures, but
You see at least 4 like individuals. They're going in and out of a building that's nearby the docks. There's a lot of like warehouses here, and you don't have binoculars or anything because they haven't
Right.
been invented. If you had like a naval spyglass, you could look better. But from here, you're a ways up the river still. So
okay. Yeah. So when they wake up, I'm just there's movements down still at the dock. They seem to be loading and unloading something, probably bodies, as Twee has said. What do you guys think is the best course of action here? We came
Did you
to the
get a
mayor's
count of
house.
how many?
Did you give me an actual count, Adam? You said no,
at
right?
least 4.
At least 4. Okay, sorry. I blanked out when you gave that information to me.
No, it's okay.
I respond and say at least 4. There may be more. That man said 12, so consider 7.
Perhaps
Scattered
if we approach sneaky and catch them by surprise, you might be able to drop them quickly.
Perhaps. There's always the element of surprise. We could float one of them and then come up behind them and use that to our advantage.
Your thoughts, Ben?
We can either have you try to sneak up to see if you can get any more information, or we could try to retreat and go back to the court. We have either option.
Do we stand to benefit by killing these men and finding out more is what we need to decide? Or is it worthwhile to leave, go back, report, and come back with more men?
A couple of coin seems to be all we gain. Perhaps this village will... To be honest, there's probably going to be more boats. We're not going to stop an entire army from coming here.
And we have to remember that they're not alone. The creatures are out there too. They command them, apparently, according to the children.
I believe this town will not have any more magistrates sent to it after this. We will simply report, and that'll be it. Unfortunately, I look at
This town
Twee
is
when I
lost.
said that.
I do not think these men loading have any more information. They seem like lower rank. They are just peasants. Not peasants, workers.
For my interest, I believe we're done here.
I agree.
We should get these kids to safety.
I turn over to Twee and say, will you be leaving with us, or will you fight the unwinnable fight?
She scowls at you and she's like, "So you're just leaving?"
I like grab her and walk her over to the window and like survey the land, and you see just like putrid smells rising up and fires burning in areas and shadowy figures, and I say, "Is this what you want to call home?"
She like pulls away from you, like gets out of your grip, and
Yeah,
and
I
she
raise my
says-
voice and say like, "This will not change. There's nothing you can do to stop this."
She just like gives you like a real stern look, and she's like, "You just killed 5 men. What's 4 more? And whatever's happening upriver, that's what's causing all of this. Go there, fix the problem, be magistrates." And she like pushes you.
Now that
Just
is a goal. That is a goal we can do and will do. But simply ending everything here in this town, there will always be men to replace those men and men to replace those. It is not something we can stop here. It is something we will stop at a later date with more men on our side.
We must
Think of your brother. We have to get him to safety. Do you feel that he is safe here? We want to get you and your brother to safety, then we can tackle the problem. But while you're unsafe here, we can't.
She turns and looks at you and she says, I don't know what your parents taught you, hill folk, but there is no safety. Not here, not in the jungle, not anywhere. We weren't safe before. We aren't safe now. All we can do is deal with the problems that we have in front of us. We survive. Taking us somewhere else, it won't help.
It will help because you can focus that anger into something and train and actually be able to fight for your cause. Right now, you are just a young child with a pointy weapon. In a couple of years after many training, perhaps you will be a warrior.
She just scowls and she's like, we have no money. I have no parents. We have no family. Are you going to pay for this training? Are you going to feed my brother and I?
I'm from the Church of Temperance, and we take in orphans all the time. And I can find you a temple where they will take you and your brother in and take care of you.
I don't want to live in a temple. I want to live in the village. I want to solve my problems now.
Well, we can deal with that when we get you to the safety of the temple. Then you can decide for yourself where you'd like to go from there.
Why don't you make a persuasion roll?
Okay.
14.
Okay. I think that she looks at you and she like sighs angrily. And she says, we have been in this village dealing with this problem for so long. I thought when you showed up, maybe you'd make a difference, but I suppose not. And she looks around and like the blood stains on the floor and stuff. And she says, she's like, fine, we'll turn and run then.
The difference we have made is that you have an exit now.
You are alive.
I hope you will see that.
Alive. You have a future.
Yeah, I mean, she's still trying to put up a front, but she's like going along with it. She's like, fine, okay, we'll go.
I turn to Vamir and say, would you like to burn the town?
You know I would like to, but I don't know if I should. Velamir's like, thinks for a second. There is nothing good in this town. It is ruined. It is beyond saving. We shall destroy it.
Now, before we act rashly, let's think for a second. If we burn the town, it'll be no more use to these people and they'll move on to another town. If we leave the town here, they may still be here when we get back with reinforcements.
So wise, Baron.
Always so insightful, Baron. This is why we keep you around.
This is what temperance teaches us to.
You do know I like fire.
I say we should leave it once then. It was unfortunate what happened to this town, but perhaps these two can carry its message on.
You are correct, Baron.
Yeah, Baron, do you have inspiration charge right now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good job anyway.
Okay.
Double inspiration.
Yeah.
If only.
So we're gonna try to get out of the town.
Okay. How do you plan to do that?
I turned to Twee.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I turned to Twee and say, what is the quickest way out of town?
She looks at you and she's like, I don't know. I've never left.
I turn and just go outside and look at the window like, what is
He's gonna be that brat. Just fucking like
the area that we came in at?
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Where is that from us? Do we have to pass by the docks?
Yeah, you're kind of at the far side of town. You can go back through the middle of town and then up on the road and head back upriver, or you could kind of circle around. You have the opposite problem that you had before.
Whatever way is the stealthiest, that's the route we'll take.
Okay, well, I mean, it depends, right? Like you can move from hut to hut slowly, kind of like worming your way through the village, or you can try to like skirt the village completely and stay at the edge of the jungle.
I would say house to house.
Yeah.
But that's what do you two think?
Yeah, no, I agree. House to house.
The kids are experienced with this, so I think we should follow their lead.
What's been tried and true is what makes most sense.
Yeah, I think we go house to house.
Cool.
Stealth. We would like stealth checks for this. Basically, what we're saying.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if everybody can make a stealth check.
Sure.
All right. I don't have inspiration for this. 20, 19, 21.
21.
Fucking Baird with the crit.
Yeah,
He's just getting
Baron,
so good at just keeping around that armor.
I become a shadow.
Awesome.
The fucking what are you doing? I want to know. What do you
I'd
do
like
this
to know,
time?
like, what is this
I've
technique?
learned that if I grab the back of my armor and pull real tight, it doesn't jingle anymore.
Okay, there you go.
So,
Pull the armor taut.
yes, pull it taut.
Nice. Okay. So you head out into the town, moving stealthily as whatever is going on in the docks is left behind you, and Tui and her brother Samlung lead you through the village, and you reach or you're headed towards the edge of the village as we probably fade out for our last break.
Yep. We'll take our
Cool.
last break. We'll come back and go into the final hour here of week number 2 of Quarter Swords. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right
Cool.
back on YouTube today. For Twitch, it's like 5 seconds, so don't stand up. We'll be right back.